Another question to do with sample space and tree diagrams, where it'll make your life easier, is question 2 on the 2014 paper. Right, so the question 2 says, when taking a penalty kick, what's the probability that Kevin scores is always 3/4. Kevin takes a penalty. What's the probability he does not score? So probability he does not do something is 1. Take away the probability he does something. So 1 take away the probability of scores is the probability that he does not score. So we want to work out what that probability is. So you go 1, take away 3/4. So you get 1/4. So the probability of him not scoring is 1/4. Okay, so he either scores or doesn't score, and those two should add up to 1. Kevin takes 2 penalties. What's the probability he scores both? So that means we are looking for that he scores and he scores. So again, it's one thing followed by another, so that's an and. So and in probability means multiply. So we want probability he scores followed by scores. So you're getting 3/4 multiplied by 3/4. So in terms of multiplying fractions, you go top by top, which gives you 9. Bottom by bottom will give you 16. So the probability he gets the 2 penalties is 9/16. Kevin takes 3 penalties. So what's the probability that he scores exactly twice? So in terms of working this out, I personally would do a tree diagram. So he's taking the penalty. He can either score or not score. Second one, score or not score. Third one, score or not score. Score or not score. And so on. So that's my tree diagram. So my outcomes are score, 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 not score, score, not score, 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 not, not. That's the top 4. Bottom 4 are not, score and score, not, score and not, 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 and score, and finally not, not, and not. So we want the probability he scores exactly twice. So looking along my outcomes here, exactly twice would mean I have this option, this option, this option. Okay, so I have 3 out of my 8 options. But in terms of this, it's not equally likely I score each time. So my probability of getting a score, score, and a not score is 3/4 times 3/4 times 1/4. So I am getting 9 over 16 times 4, which is 64. For this one, I'm going 3/4, 1/4, 3/4, which also is 9 over 64. And this one, we are going 1/4, 3/4, 3/4, which is also 9 over 64. So the probability that he scores exactly twice is this or this or this. So you're adding these together. So you go 9 and 9 and 9. So you just add up your tops. So you get 27 over 64. And the reason we can just add the tops is the denominators, the bottom numbers of all these fractions are the same. So that's why don't simplify your fractions as you're working along. Okay, so that's that. Part D, it says Kevin takes 5 penalties. What's the probability he scores for the first time on his 5th? So what you're doing is he doesn't score, doesn't score, doesn't score, doesn't score, and scores. So he's doing misses, 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 and scores. So the probability of not scoring was 1/4. So you have 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and scores is 3/4. And these have to happen in this order. So these are ands. So you are multiplying your probabilities together. So when we multiply, you're going 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 3. So you're getting 3 on the top. But on the bottom, you're having 4 to the power of 5. So 4 to the power of 5 is equal to 1024. So the probability he only scores for the first time on the 5th penalty is very, very rare because his most popular thing is to score.